Thank you so much, Chintan, for joining us on a podcast on this Saturday morning. And always great to have an insurance leader with us. We'll use this time to discuss about various facets of technology interventions that's happening in your space. But before we begin, we'd love to, understand your journey so far of your prolific career.
Thank you. Thank you, Rishikesh, for having me on Dawdle. It's my pleasure to be as one of the insurance industry leaders on your podcast. About me, I've been into insurance industry for more than 2 decades now. Have worked on both the sides of table with insurance company as well as distribution companies. I've been founder member of 2 insurance companies, founding team members. So I founded one life and one general insurance company. And I've been part of founding team of 3 insurance broking houses. So been there, done that on both the sides. And thank you for having me. Apart from this professional experience, I'm associated with Atal Incubation Center, which is Government of India initiative, Satna Incubation Center, which is Madhya Pradesh government, and Jhansi Incubation Center, which is Uttar Pradesh government. So I'm trying to help startups there related to my field and whatever best knowledge I can share with them.
And it's so nice to know about this, sir. And I seriously feel that, you're helping a lot of startups which are starting in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh because you have been a part of those startup ecosystems there. What do you see, sir? Like, what kind of a startup are coming out in the insurance space, like as per your experience?
So there are multiple startups coming into insurance space on the InsurTech side, mainly on a customer acquisition side, some on the underwriting, and some are on the claim side as well. So yes, there are multiple startups, multiple founders trying to innovate things at insurance and insurance being a very typical traditional way of business. The industry is age-old industry, so it is very necessary that this industry evolves with the upcoming technologies.
Yes.
So yes, there are so many insurtechs coming up.
So you talked about a lot of insurtech coming up, and one of them you told is on the demand generation side. The other one is on the underwriting, and then the claim processing side as well. Would we pick up this one by one and talk about, how they are trying to solve it with the help of technology? Sir? Like, let's suppose we start with the demand generation side. What is the existing mechanism like, and how do you see startups solving this in a different way?
So I'd like to give example of the company or insurtech which I am associated with.
Yes.
That is Policy Boss. Till date, every insurance company or an intermediary comes to the agent or a retailer and asks business from their own connects. Right? Everyone is looking for your 50, 100 people known to you, close to you. Try and sell that insurance, and I'll give remunerate you through this. Policy Boss, what we try to do is through our globally patented filed product called Sync Contact. So Policy Boss is into insurance space for more than 2 decades now, 24 years into existence. We have insured more than 2.5 crore vehicles in this 25 years. Through Sync Contact of the intermediary, the agent's mobile, we provide that individual the leads, the nearby surrounding area 100, 200, or your relatives who may be in some different state or something, but who are known to you. So Policy Boss is trying to give you the leads and make you earn more. So that is something very unique proposition on the demand generation side.
This is very interesting, sir, because so you're in a way trying to empower the local brokers who are there, like.
So local POSP, we call them, point of sale person. So we are trying to empower them with more and more leads. Right? If let me give you one example. If there is an agent who does only life insurance business, LIC agent, typical LIC agent, if he becomes Policy Boss POSP, we can, and he is not aware that if one of the customers, let's say I sold Rishikesh life insurance policy, but I am not aware that whether he owns which car and when the car insurance is due. So through this ecosystem, through this Sync Contact, we are trying to give lead back to Rishikesh.
Yes.
That some person whom you have sold health insurance or life insurance maybe, you can go and contact him for his vehicle insurance.
This is very nice, sir. So rather than disrupting the things, what you're trying to do is empower the existing people with better earning potential, and in a way also, kind of earning, money.
So it's our Prime Minister's vision to create more and more job opportunities. Instead of going direct to consumer
Yes.
and disrupting the middleman, we are trying to empower, because ultimately insurance is sold through the trust, and you trust your known person more than any other institution, right? So company coming and telling you to buy particular insurance, you will trust your uncle or your neighbor or your
Or maybe the real estate
local
broker also.
real estate broker, or your local car seller, the DSA through whom you have bought your car, or
Yes.
your workshop guy where you go for car repairs. You
Yes.
trust them more than, like, an institute
Right.
telling you the price.
And
So
I
yes,
remember, sir, there was one use case where these solar panel companies, they created distributors, pan wala shop wala hota hai na, because he used to go and file the electricity bill of various homes, and they sold it like it was like Tata Power, I think, Tata, or while they were selling the solar cells in Gujarat. This was a huge case in Gujarat. So I can very much relate to this, and this kind of a business model really helps, sir, as compared to those people who are trying to replace the middleman and trying to directly reach the buyers. It destroys the ecosystem and ultimately falls on its own.
right.
Great. Sir, I will go to the first question that I have is about embedded insurance. Like, since you have experience with brokers and affinity partnerships, how do you see embedded insurance platform, transforming traditional distribution, and what are the challenges involved in integrating them?
So the biggest problem in growing the insurance is it's a push product. No one wants to buy insurance. Everyone tries and delay, though they feel that yes, I need to buy this insurance, but they delay it. Somehow it's a human psychology, human tendency, and insurance need to be pushed, right? With embedded coming in, if you blend insurance with some other product, it
Yeah.
becomes part of your life. It becomes your journey. I'll just give an example. If you buy your mobile, and today everyone is buying costly mobiles, right? If you buy a mobile, and it gives you, the mobile retailer gives you the warranty or insurance along with it, that if you break the handset or if it is stolen, you will get insurance along with it. It can be repaired or replaced by paying some nominal amount. Immediately a person will go for it. Or let's say for your spectacle insurance, if you go to your any optician, buy your specs, and with that comes a very small price for the insurance of it. Or the biggest use case in India, that you have IRC to buy your train ticket, pay
Mm.
1 rupee more, and you are covered for 10 lakh rupees for your that particular journey. So with that kind of embedded coming in, our life will be surrounded with the insurance, and other advantage, other benefit will be of the trust deficit. Insurance industry is facing a trust deficit issue. People feel that they don't get appropriate claim. With embedded coming in with a bite-sized insurance, small insurance, there will be incidents, there will be insurance claims. But then you make a claim, you get replaced your product or repair your product within few days, and that transaction gives you more confidence that yes, insurance companies do give claims. So that trust deficit also can be overcome by embedded insurance. So I think embedded insurance is going has a tremendous opportunities. It's going to be very useful for consumer as well as the industry as a whole. So yes, I am big time believer of embedded.
Sir, how do insurance companies decide that where to embed their insurance? Like whether it's marketplaces like MMT or you know any other marketplaces. How do they decide, and how do those marketplaces decide which insurance companies product they should embed?
So interesting thing. See, basically insurance follows the law of large numbers.
Yeah.
Because there is a risk and you need to assume a price to it.
Yes.
Right? So unless you do it in large numbers, the economics will not make sense. Right? The price which should be affordable to the consumer, you need numbers for that. You need consumers for that. And marketplaces like MMT, as you mentioned, let's say if we to talk about MMT, they are selling thousands of tickets every day.
Yes.
And with that ticket, like IRCTC, comes the embedded insurance with particular your plane journey or air or rail journey. You will be insured for that particular limit, not only on the accident side, but whether you lose your baggage, whether the trip is delayed, you can be reimbursed.
Yes.
So that volume, any marketplace can give it to insurance companies. Insurance company will be willing to partner with those kind of providers who can give huge numbers. On the other side, the marketplaces will be looking for the company which is good in technology, because number of policies are to be issued timely. It should be issued because it's every day there are numerous transactions. So every transaction, the insurance should go with it, and at the time of any eventuality, the claim should be paid seamlessly. So that's what a vendor will be looking from insurance company.
And who takes the owner, sir, the onus of claims being processed? Is it the marketplaces or the insurance companies? Like,
No, insurance companies.
but I think marketplaces will also be, closely involved with
Yes,
this.
they will be closely monitoring because it's ultimately their own brand.
Yes.
They have sold the policy. They have assured their consumer that if let's say if your trip will be delayed for some hours, some hours, then you will be given let's say $100.
Yes.
Right. So, and if they fail to do it, next time, no one will go and buy tickets through their platform. So it's their credibility at stake. So they have to be vigilant. They have to be after the insurance company to pay the claim on time.
And sir, what happens if they cancel? Suppose I booked the flight ticket and then I canceled the flight ticket. Will my insurance premium be refunded to me?
Yes. So there are certain conditions within a particular time gap. If you cancel it, then you get the refund. If it is a last minute cancellation, sometimes it does not get refund. So it's like your air ticket cancellation. If you cancel it before 72 hours, you get all the money, or only 10% will be deducted. And if you cancel it at last hour, you will be highly penalized.
Yes.
So it's the same ecosystem.
Now, the next thing is about, risk assessment has always been historically manual and slow. How do you see these AI-driven underwriting models changing affordability, speed, and accuracy in insurance?
Big time. As you rightly mentioned, and I also told earlier, that this is a very traditional industry, understandably, because it's a high risk industry, right? A person is paying, let's say, a few thousand rupees for his 5 acres crop farming, right? So that 5,000 rupees, and that the crop yield could be like say 50 lakhs. So insurance companies have to be vigilant. They have to be very particular about underwriting the risk, understanding the risk, that what particular geography, what area they are underwriting into, and what kind of risk they are anticipating. So yes, that industry has been very traditional and very manual, as you mentioned. With AI, ML coming in place, the industry is being revolutionized. The things are changing. Things are changing very rapidly. Now, in earlier times, we used to wait for, let's say, 3 to 4 days for one particular underwriter to get back to us with his readings and his primary quotation. Today, with the technology coming in place, you can expect the quote within, let's say, 30 minutes.
Yes.
I can go back to my client with the price and coverages and the exclusions in no time. So technology is helping a lot in terms of underwriting. And on the other side, claim assessment. Claim assessment has also been very fast with technology coming in. Let me give you one example of motor vehicle. If, let's say, while going to Nasik or Shirdi from Mumbai, your car meets with an accident on some highway. So in earlier times, a person either from Mumbai or Nasik will travel at the claim assessor. The surveyor will travel, let's say 60, 80, 100 kilometers from his location, inspect the vehicle, take photographs, come back to his office in the evening, download the photos, mail it to insurance company. Next day morning, the insurance company guy will access his system and then start evaluating the loss. In today's time, customer from his mobile can take pictures and video of the damaged vehicle and send it to insurance company. So within no time, let's say within 5 to 10 minutes of the incident, insurance company gets the pictures or the video, and they start assessing. So on the claim side also, it has reduced that drastically.
Also wanted to talk about that drone technology, sir, which is being used for crop.
So in terms of crop insurance, at the time of claim, It was very manual. We used to send person from the district place to that particular village to assess the losses. Let's say in Nandurbar, in some village, there is a heavy rain and you get a claim that my 10 acres of land crop has been washed out. Now you send someone from the district place, he will go there. The maximum inroads he can make into the field will be 100 to 200 meters. From the road, a person will walk for 100 200 meters, good, in a best case scenario 300 400 meters, and then they will try and assess that yes, 5 feet water is there in this area, then entire crop is lost. With drone coming in, you can assess the exact amount of acreage is right lost, and with the weather predictions and weather forecast coming in, you can assess how much rainfall was there, how many rainfall was there. So can it damage the entire farm or some parts of the farm?
Yes.
So exact assessment on the crop side, which is a huge, and in a state like Punjab and all, where a farmer owns in hundreds of acres, right? Then the loss ratios can be reduced drastically. So drone coming in very handy in claim assessment on the crop side. Parametric insurance also is helping insurance industry a lot.
Yes.
So yes, technology is a boon for us.
So crop insurance, is it more viable for for the farmers who own large acres of land, or is it also useful, or for farmers who own very fragmented pieces of land, as 90% of the farmers in India do?
See, it is for all. It is for all. If it's not used, I cannot say that it is more useful for a small farmer and not for
Like,
the
from the
larger
insurance
farmers,
companies.
or the vice versa.
Yes.
Because the asset is asset.
Mhm.
Right? If I had a half acre of land and I produce 2 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees of grains every year, for me it's my yearly income, right? So for anyone, whether you own a two-wheeler or you own a Rolls Royce, right? The
For
loss
the
is loss.
insurance companies, sir, for the insurance companies, what makes
For
most?
insurance companies, also the risk is a risk. As I told, whether you own a two-wheeler or a Rolls Royce, there is a different price. There is a different risk and there is a different price. So every risk has a price to it. For insurance company, in a way, the spread is always useful, right? So larger spread, more number of policies, more geography is always useful for an insurance company, because then risk spread is more.
Yes.
So risk accumulation at any one point or in one geography is dangerous for an insurance company. That much I can say.
So can we say that, for insurance companies, fragmented farms, giving them insurance is more beneficial, or?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes. Fragmented farms and in multiple districts or multiple geographies. Right? If let's say we take example of Chennai floods. Couple of years back, there was huge floods in Chennai. So
Yes.
if an insurance company has insured more vehicles or more homes in Chennai,
Yes.
it is bound to bleed.
Yes.
Now, an insurance company has some assets insured in Chennai, some in Bombay, some in Bangalore, some in Ahmedabad, Surat, Nasik. Then your spread is there. One area, if it gets affected through some calamity, you are secured in other areas. So you can pay better claims and manage your business as well.
Sir,
So
for
risk spread,
insurance companies in India, is
yeah,
it a profit-making business, or it's a loss-making business for them?
it's a long-term business. It's a long-term commitment.
Hmm.
Every insurance company is on their balance sheets, they are making profit.
Yes.
So it's a profitable business. In terms of underwriting profit, there is a question mark. So insurance companies trying to outsmart each other and by giving lower and lower prices is not viable for the industry. So regulator is looking into it. But yes, overall, the insurance industry is one of the good profit making or good industry to invest into. But the only problem is the long gestation. You need 7 to 10 years to start getting the results. And you should have deep pockets, because the minimum capex required to enter into insurance business is 500 crores.
Mhm. Yes.
So large business houses only can think of getting into this business.
And startups can think of building something in InsurTech.
Yes, yes.
Got it.
InsurTech gives you that edge.
So the next topic is about distribution networks, and you have led very big distribution networks. where do you feel the role of digital first onboarding or self-service apps and chatbots is there in improving customer experience? And do you think that human advisory will still remain central?
Rishikesh, I am a big believer of digital. Yes, digital is going to get more and more acceptability, more and more, because customer experience is, UI and UX will be better
Hmm.
with digital coming in. And the other thing is scale. In insurance, scalability matters. And with digital coming in, you can reach out to the length and breadth of this vast country easily. Right. So digital, yes, digital will be there. Digital is very useful, and digital platforms are bound to grow multifolds. That's what I'll say. But yes, human intervention will always be there. I was looking at some data. Limra Loma is one of the US biggest association in terms of life insurance. They are into life insurance education. As per them, post COVID, and it's a very very interesting thing to know. We believe that post COVID digitalization has increased,
Hmm.
but in US post COVID, human intervention in insurance is increased. So people trust the advisor more to guide. So yes, and that's what I mentioned at Policy Boss we are doing. We are not trying to eliminate the trust factor. We are trying to empower that last man on the field
Yes.
with digital technologies to give best possible plan at the best possible price to the consumer. So I am big believer of digital.
You're absolutely right, sir. I think this advisory space, sir, you're right. Like it has to be, those brokers have to be empowered to give better advices as compared to directly reaching to customers. And nowadays, sir, so you talked about insurance being a push product, but a lot of the people in this generation, especially who are in their 30s and all that, they do their own research on websites. They go on the platform, talk with the chatbots, try to find out which insurance is better. Do you think in all this scenario it becomes very important for insurance companies to uh, you know uh, to kind of integrate the flow in a way in which communication with the customers become full in a way, even if they're talking on a digital platform?
Agreed. Nice question. If we look at the world post pandemic, and it's a wrong thing to say, but COVID, the pandemic has helped the insurance industry in a
Yes.
positive manner. It has acted as a catalyst for this industry. If we look at data in India, insurance industry was at around yearly 40,000 crore premium pre-COVID. If you look at last year numbers, insurance industry on health side has done more than 110,000 crore. So it has more
2.5
than
times.
doubled. Yes.
Hmm.
It has more than doubled. So this awareness of health insurance during the pandemic has helped this industry to evolve a lot. So yes, that push is turning out to be pull now. So that shift is happening. That shift, as you rightly mentioned, is happening. But on the other side, as you mentioned, people, Gen Zs and millennials, they prefer to research on their own. They don't like some 50, 60-year-old uncle guiding them or advising them on insurance. So they try and do things online. They research online, they chat with bots and all, they speak to bot and try and research the right product for them. So yes, insurance industry is evolving. Insurance companies are investing, and distributors like us are also investing into those kind of products where customer or a young generation can easily assess the information and try and come to some conclusion.
Yes. All these bold marks thing, like asterisk things, which are there in every insurance, too many, like 10, 12, 13, 15. How can we make sure that the insurance policies are more transparent when somebody is buying that?
And the asterisks you can't read from your normal eye.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Got
Is
it.
there
Got
a
it.
startup working on that, sir? Like,
So what we are doing, I'm talking about one technology company where we have invested into. We have come up with a product called Mobile Health Magic. It's app available on Play Store and all. Consumer or an insurance advisor can go on the app, compare plans and understand the plans. The small fine prints we miss reading on the proposal forms of insurance company. We are trying to highlight those on that app. So if say I'm looking for health cover for my family of 3. I can go and compare plans. I can go and check that if my age is X and I'm looking for 10 lakh rupees health insurance, which are the insurance products good for me? So that mobile health magic app will come up with the solutions. They will throw 3, 4, 5 company options that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is good. You can compare and then come to a conclusion. So yes, technology is trying to help this aspect as well.
This is nice. Now the next one is about AI-led, claim processing and fraud detection tools.
Yeah, so AI is helping insurance in all the domains, and claim is the most important aspect of this entire ecosystem because that is the promise.
Yes.
That is the promise delivered by us as a distributor or insurance company as a manufacturer to the end user. And if we falter at the time of claim delivering the promise, then it's a lacuna on the entire industry. The problem with this industry is a lot of manipulation in terms of claims management at multiple factors. If we talk about hospitals, let's talk about health insurance as we are talking about it. If you go to any hospital with some ailment, their first question will be,
Yes.
Bima hai ki nahi? Right? Because they have two different price lists. If you have insurance, there is a different set of prices available. If you don't have insurance, then it's a different route.
And then there is the next question as well, sir.
And the next question is kitne ka hai? So accordingly, they will advise you that you go to this doctor, you go for this room,
Yes.
and all these things happen. So to prevent that, and ultimately it's consumer don't feel or don't understand at that point, but ultimately it's a burden on the end user.
Yes.
Right? If my claim that I'm happy that okay, मैंने तो प्रीमियम भरा था, जो बिल आया इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने कैशलेस दे दिया, मैं फ्री में घर पे आ गया.
Yes.
So end user, the consumer should be aware that by getting that ease and by increasing the cost of treatment is not helping anyone. And with AI and ML coming in place, the technology helps finding out such kind of hospitals, such doctors, or some workshops where they inflate the bills or they try and what you call use the products or parts which are not necessary.
Yes.
Right. And in a way, your claim gets inflated. Yes, AI and ML coming in place. I'll just share one example of Ahmedabad. I read it in a newspaper a couple of days back.
Yes.
That through technology, they caught one doctor and who had a 10, 12 or 15 bedded hospital and claimed for hundreds of operations or hundreds of surgeries in 1 month. Right. So all companies, all insurance companies sharing that data internally came to know that in a 12, 13 bedded hospital or 15 bedded small hospital, how can you treat 500 customers in 1 month? Right. So this technology is definitely helping in preventing that kind of frauds and helping the industry as a whole. Also on the crop side, when I say earlier, what used to happen that let's say if there are 1,000 acre of farms and 12 different consumers and 10, 12 different farmers, but that entire village has been insured through one insurance company. You get rainfall in one particular area, damaging, let's say 10% of the total insured area, and you get claim for 100%. So now drones and all coming in, you can assess that only this 10% of the land has been affected due to rain. 90% crop is unaffected. There is no damage. It will be sold as per market price.
Yes.
And you pay for the 10%. So in areas of claims, IML is helping a lot. And as far as I know, every company is investing some InsurTechs trying to get into this space, helping insurance companies because the problem with insurance company is they have legacy systems. Yes. So InsurTech is agile, they are young, they understand the technologies, and they can help insurance company in certain pockets. Yes, that's happening big time.
Most of these bigger businesses, sir, I've seen that they have cracked distribution big way. But I think these technology startups which are coming up can basically plug in that agility piece, like in terms of. Now, my last question is towards regulatory tech, sir. Like, with multiple regulators like IRDA, RBI, SEBI, shaping financial services. What are a few, RegTech solutions that's helping brokers and insurers ensure compliance without slowing down innovation?
So regulator in here in insurance industry is IRDAI, and I would say that regulator has been very positive, very helping in last 5 years, and they are very pro technology, you can say.
Yes.
Now some things, if I have to mention, that regulator has come up with sandbox approach, right? So one can before testing for testing the product or before going out in the market, an insurance company or InsurTech can approach IRDA, the regulator, and try testing the product in sandbox.
Yes.
Also, every month IRDA has allowed couple of hours for insurtechs, right? So it's an open forum. Insurtech can come and pitch their products, talk about their innovation to regulator as well as insurance companies and distributors, and show their innovations. So yes, regulator is very positive and helping in this regards.
Do they also invest in some of the innovative startups?
Regulators, no. Regulators don't invest. But yes, insurance companies are ready to invest.
Yes.
So regulator being the government body,
Yes. They can't invest.
they can't invest.
Conflict of interest.
During those sessions, because insurance fraternity is part of it,
Yes.
so someone can come some insurance company or some large distributor can come and invest into you, and regulator gives you positive go ahead.
Yes.
When they give you go ahead that yes, this product we feel that this is good and this should be tested, then it helps.
This is very critical, sir. And now, at the end of this conversation, would like to ask you that in the coming decade, what are a few things that will remain constant, and what are a few technology interventions that will be able to, change the way things are working?
About the insurance industry, the distribution business ecosystem will change drastically. So the typical call centers will see drastically changed bots. So one good thing about AI is AI will not replace leaders, but leaders who knows AI will replace the other leaders. So the people in this industry who are pro technology, learning this new innovations and new technologies coming in, they will find their way. But the traditional ecosystem will definitely change big time.
Yes.
So the underwriting, business solicitation, and the claims process, the philosophies will remain will remain the same, but the way we execute it is going to change big time.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. This was a very insightful session. We touched upon a lot of things. And thank you so much for taking out time again to record this podcast. Extremely grateful for, taking out time for us.
Thank you, Rishikesh. It's a pleasure being on your podcast.
Thank you.